is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. Today we're going to talk about Luka Doncic. First thing we're going to talk about with the potential rookie of the year is his finishing ability. He doesn't stray away from contact, is a little slow, don't have the explosiveness, but we knew that coming into the draft, and he's showing it a little bit in the NBA. He struggles really to blow past people and get a good lift, and then he also allows the defense to rotate, making it a little bit tougher to finish, as you see, because he just not an explosive athlete, but he still shows promise that he's not afraid of the contact, and he can finish multiple ways around the rim, and that's something that's impressive, but he's going to get better as he continues to play in the NBA. Another thing is his three-point shooting. He's been a pretty good three-point shooter. We thought he was an okay, shaky three-point shooter when he was playing overseas. But right now he's showing a lot of confidence in his spot-up ability. He's also running in transition, getting pull-up threes in transition. He's going in half transition like you see here, stop, pop, jumper, cash, and that's very confident. And Ray Carlisle, you got to give him credit for allowing him to play his game, being a point forward, being a guy that can do multiple things on the court, but giving him the freedom and the green light to grow and learn while also making decisions with the ball in his hands. But he has shown that he can be a threat off the ball and on the ball this year so far within 9 games. And you can see he got his patented step back. He's not the fastest guy, but if he can get you going in one direction and freeze you, he gets enough space on that shot, and it helps him too because he's not the most explosive guy. So him being a great shooter was something that he had to develop. You definitely have Dirk Nowitzki as a prime example, but you can just see how smart he is, and the fact that he picks his spots when to score, knowing when to shoot, knowing when to pass, and even just making the best plays in general, whether it's even creating his own shot like you see here or just keeping the ball moving to the next person. He's very smart and witty, and he's a great player. But I definitely like him with this step back. This is his patent go-to move. People know it's coming, but once he frees you guys, he's quick enough and a good enough shooter to punish you. And he can also do it in the pick and roll, create space. You go under the screen. He has the confidence to pull it up and knock it down pretty consistently so far, and it's only going to get better as he continues to work on it. The thing I think he should work on the most personally is really the in-between game, the stop and pop jumpers in the paint and these floaters. He does it from time to time. Some games he doesn't use it at all. Some games he really do. He has a nice, soft touch for his size and very finesse-like player, but anytime he goes downhill or get that screen and you don't play him, he definitely can create space and hit a little push-off jumper like you see here or a floater. And by the time you rotate to him, he already lets it go, so you're not really challenging the shot, which makes it even more impressive. His playmaking is another thing. I know he's averaging 4 turnovers a game, but it's just because he's learning the speed of the NBA, his personnel, and also how Rick Carlisle wants to run a system and where his players and his teammates should be. Him and DeAndre Jordan got early chemistry, especially in the pick and roll when he dives to the rim. He trusts DeAndre Jordan to be in the area, and he's been finishing around that paint like he has been doing all his career. But you have to give him credit for knowing when to pass, being able to play in pick and roll, and being able to handle the ball, whether it's coming up the court or even just playing some simple pick and roll, or even, like you see, putting him on the hip and making sure he draws the attention to collapse the defense to get one of his teammates to be open. And he's been able to do that with DeAndre a lot and other teammates. As you see, Wesley Matthews running the system as a point forward, being able to see over the top of the defense and over most defenders because he's 6'8", that can play the 2, 3, or the 4, only helps him. And then you see in transition a guy that can handle the ball, whether it's going fast or even slowing it down, or even just like you see making the right play out of the gate and helping his teammates get easy baskets, where it boosts up their confidence. I'm liking that in him too, but another thing I like is his ability to just continue to execute the game plan that Rick Carlisle has out there for him. and that includes just making the simple passes, whether it's just throwing it up to DeAndre Jordan in a lob, or even just lobbing it over the top and just making a simple play, whether he's getting double teamed and trapped like you see here. He uses his speed and quickness and his IQ to slow down, get a look at who's open, and just make the right play. And that's something that most 19-year-olds cannot do, especially in the forward positions. And even if it's kicking it out to the open shooter, he has some decent shooters around him like Wesley Matthews and obviously Berea and other guys, and they knocking them down so far this year too. But he's putting the defenders in such a tough position that they got to pick their poison. As you see right here, collapses the defense. Plus, he could have had a floater, but he just makes the right play and hits the open guy. That's a veteran move, especially when you just only play not even 10 games and just making the right pass. Like I said, he moves the ball, whether he's creating a shot or. So, you guys, I just want to give my final thoughts. The guy that I love the most, I feel like he was the best player in the draft. Out of all the great players that came in the top 10, he was able to go in the top 5. Some people thought he was the number 1 pick. Some people just thought he was a better overall player. But Aiden had potential. Mobamba had potential. Trae Young has potential. Everybody usually in the top 15, top 20 lottery has the most potential and upside or a sure thing. And Doncic was one of the players that had an upside of being a superstar while also being ready to contribute right now. And that's what he's been doing so far. He's been going out there loving and enjoying the game of basketball and playing it the right way. And I only can give him compliments for that because it's the God honest truth. This man is playing 34 minutes a game or higher, shooting 46% from the field, 39% from three, also giving you 6 rebounds and 4 assists and 19 points a game. And we don't really know where he's going to end by the end of the season as he gets more familiar with his teammates while also learning the schemes and the system that Rick Carlisle is putting out there for him. But the thing that's crazy is how good can he get this rookie year? This is an excellent start. This is the Doncic that we thought he was going to be, and he lived up to the hype, and I got to give him credit because he's going out there playing. Now, granted, it is only 10 games, well, 9 games right now, so I can't really say, oh, he's a superstar, oh, he's the best player in the draft, because Ayton is having a good season, Trae Young is having a decent season, so he does have some competition. He's not running away with the war, but we will see months later who's going to really establish himself as the rookie of the year and probably separate from the competition. But right now, he does have some worthy competition for that spot as rookie of the year right now. But he has been everything that we wanted and more for a 19-year-old. He had a lot of pressure coming out the EuroLeague and dominating there and being the most accomplished player over there. But we're starting to see that his skills that he had over there has transferred over to the NBA, which we all thought, because you going out there competing and executing against men, most of them former NBA players or players that could have went to the NBA, plus they're physical, plus they have the body, and that helps you and helps evolve your game while you're there because you're already used to the physicality and you're already used to the certain things that the NBA does. And him being a modern day guy that can play multiple positions only helps his case for the Mavericks and helps his case as a testament to how evolved and advanced he is for his age to be able to handle the ball. Whether it's coming up on fast break, making the passes and pick and roll, running the offense, whether he's on or off the ball with Dennis Smith Jr. sharing the duties. And it makes them a better multi and more dynamic team when you have players that can do multiple things like him and Dennis Smith. But it just shows you how good he is at this point. I do think his numbers might fall down a little bit. They might go up a little bit. We really don't know, depending on if he's going to hit a rookie wall or can he go into, or if he goes into a shooting slump, because he does rely a lot on his jump shot because he's not the most explosive and athletic guy. So he has to use skill and brain to outwork and outsmart his opponent to get good shots and good looks, whether it's finishing the paint or a jump shot. And I feel like he's been able to do that so far. But like I said, it is 9 games. But I've been loving him. He's been fun to watch. He's been good spirited. He's been doing what's right on the court. He's been trying to go out there and play defense. I've seen him get a lot of steals and some blocks. And he might not be the most defensive player. He might not even be an all NBA defender first or second team in his whole career. But as long as he's trying to put effort and energy to try to defend to the best of his ability, that's all you can really ask for him at this point. I don't think none of us really thought he would be an elite defender, and I still don't think he ever will be. But that doesn't take away the heart and the want to win that he possesses overseas and in the NBA. And now going to Dallas, a team that traded up for him. They really thought he could be that guy. They wanted him. They traded up for him. They took him. Now he can build something special with this Dallas Maverick team, and it's mutual interest right now. And the team is not that bad. It ain't like he went to one of the worst teams ever and had no talent. He has Dennis Smith Jr. He has DeAndre for this year. He has Dirk for this year, and that's only going to help him better because you're surrounding him around quality players, not just some G League, Summer League players. Even though I do go to Summer League and I do enjoy it, but it's a higher level of competition when you're going against NBA starters and then, compared to G League and Summer League. So I definitely like what I'm seeing. I'm definitely a fan of him, and he has been proving that he deserved all the hype he was getting going into this season. And seeing him play in the NBA, seeing him play has really, brought a lot of excitement to the NBA fans because now it gives you a reason to watch Maverick games because of the duo that they have with Doncic and obviously Dennis Smith Jr. The things I'm really concerned about is really just his playmaking. I think he'll figure it out. I think he has been playing under control. His dribbling and ball handling is not where they need to be if they really want him to be the main decision maker on offense. But if he can continue to split the roles with him and Dennis Smith, he's a solid. I think he just needs to clean up his handle and his movement. If he can't stay in front of a guy or he overthinks a lot, it really causes him a lot of trouble. The best thing about that is he's not really trying to force things that's not there. He's not trying to make the flashy pass all the time. He's just trying to go out there and make the simple play. And I think that that's only going to help him as long as he continue to get the playing time and watching footage. He's going to be better, wiser, and he's going to have to understand like a year from now how the defender's going to guard him, how the team's going to try to play him, and that just helps his IQ with the experience because the more you play against the team, the more you play against certain players, you get their tendencies and you start to be more prepared for what they're going to do, and it makes your job easier because now you're prepared, now you know what's happening. It helps you make the game easier for you. So I think that that's something that he's definitely going to have to continue to improve on if he's going to be a point forward. Another thing is just his scoring ability. Can he score like this consistently? Because he really been working for baskets, as you've seen in that footage. He's getting to the paint, trying to double clutch and trying to be an acrobat in the air. He's going step back, creating a spot, shooting a three very quick. Yes, he's been able to knock him down. Yes, he's been able to do it, but can he do it for 82 games? Not enough rest, still learning your teammates, still trying to go out there and learn defenders and defensive schemes that they're trying to use up on you. Plus, they're trying to take you out of your element, out of your game. Can he continue to add him and continue to add moves to his repertoire so he can be a more versatile superstar like scorer? Right now he shows that he has go-to moves. He shows that he can score on this level, something that we thought was going to be a question because of the speed and athleticism that the NBA possesses. But at the same time, it's a thing that he's been proving right now. But I just want to see what he adds next to his game. I think he definitely should add a fadeaway, especially when he's trying to get to the paint. Because once you fade away and you get him locked into that position, kind of like what he does with the step back, they can't really defend it because they're already going in one direction. Once they try to come back up to contest it, it should be already out of your hand. And like I said, I mainly see that when he gets the floater. If he can just dribble down and fade a little bit to get a foul or to stay away from the center or continue to add that floater to his game, because sometimes he uses the floater, sometimes he doesn't. That's something that I'm really interested in, intrigued to see if he continue to do that. But I think he has a good package. He's very smart. He's very ahead of the game, and I'm kind of surprised that a 19-year-old guy on the perimeter can be this polished and this advanced in his mindset, and he makes the game look easy. I'm watching a lot of this footage. I'm watching a lot of these games, and he just makes the game look so simple. Just making the right pass and just seeing over the defense and handling the ball and getting into the paint and making DeAndre Jordan get easy shots. These are things you'll learn 2 to 3 years after your rookie year. This is something that he's doing right now. And I'm like, wow. Whew, this guy, Luka Doncic, is good. He's worth the hype. He lived up to the hype to me so far. I couldn't wait to do a breakdown on him to show you how I really feel about him since I didn't really see him play overseas as much and he didn't play in Summer League. Plus, I didn't want to use preseason games because it's a different level of intensity. They play their starters more minutes and it's more focused because the wins actually matter. And even though this Mavericks team ain't winning as much as we thought, they would. They got off to a rocky start. They showing that they have something special here in Dallas, and they have a guy that we're going to want to see, especially from the people that's also overseas that's want to see it because they want to see him play because he's from their country. Plus, he's playing in our country, and he plays for the Mavericks, a team in a big market. So he's going to have a lot of hype. He's going to have a lot of pressure. And right now, he's just going out there having fun, executing and playing the game the right way. And I love everything he's embodied. The only thing I really question is his consistency, his defense, which I think he has the mindset. I just think he has physical limitations. And I feel like just his decision making. If he can continue to clean up and polish these areas up, he's going to be a guy that can easily average 22 to 25 points. But if he wants to become a dominant offensive player, he does need to clean up on his decision making. He does need to find other ways and other moves to continue to keep the defense guessing and keep them on their heels and force them to pick their poison. So that way, if they do take away something, he always has a counter. And once he gets those counters to what they're trying to take away, he's going to be virtually one of the most unstoppable players in the NBA. And I'm not over exaggerating it. It's just the truth. He already has a step back, which he can get off at any time. And he already can handle the ball and blow past and get to the paint. Once he started developing other moves outside of the ones he's already has, which he should if he studies the game and picks the brain of Rick Carlisle and Dirk Nowitzki, he can be a very, very special player. Even though he's not the athlete, and we all know that, he still can find smart ways to score points and do it more efficiently. And I feel like he can do that probably a year or two from now. And can he make the All-Star game in the West? I don't see why he can't. But will he do it now? No. One reason he's not putting up enough numbers and they're not winning. But once the Mavericks start putting the pieces around him and really start pushing back for the playoffs, I think he's going to have an argument for being one of the top 5, top 10 players in the league. And also he's going to have an argument for being, one of the best offensive guys that we have seen in a while, especially with his versatility and the things that he can do already. I only can see him getting more polished and better in the future because he has the work ethic and he has gotten better every year. So I don't see why he won't, after this rookie year, continue to grow. And if he does that, he's going to grow into my elite players if he continues up this pace. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis, I'm going. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Check out my spread shirt where you can find t-shirts, hoodies, sweaters, and also other things like cell phone cases, pillowcases, water bottles, even a mouse pad. Thanks for watching. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. And also, continue to watch my old videos and hope you like this breakdown if you do like, and continue to support the channel. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. Let me know what you guys think about Luka Doncic.